What's up, YouTube? This is JC Bailey Chris Cash. This is my part two of my top 20 uh, favorite films in my collection. Uh, these are just like my favorite extreme movies, by the way. They're not my favorite movies out of any category or anything like that, just my favorite extreme movies. Uh, I've always been an extreme horror fan, extreme cinema fan, I should say, so this is my favorite style of movies. But I do watch other movies, normal movies too. But I'm gonna get started. This is number 11, and it's Tom Six's The Human Centipede 2. I also have the first one, but the first one ain't very extreme. This one's a lot more extreme. It's really graphic. It's black and white, which is pretty cool for a 2011 movie. Uh, this was banned outright in Great Britain because it had no artistic merit, which I thought was pretty cool. Uh, Martin is fucking crazier than hell. Talk about scary. He's a scary person. Uh, I've watched it like twice, and it's not bad. A lot of people hate on it, but I thought it was a good movie for what it is. Uh, of course, it's by Tom Six. I can't wait for the Human Centipede 3. 500 people come on. So, yeah. Number 10 is the longest movie I've got, and the most expensive real DVD I got. And that's the 2-disc limited edition version of Philosophy of a Knife. And I gotta cover that up for you, because there's some. Okay. This movie is 4.5 hours. I have nothing but torture and stuff like that. It's a shockumentary about what Unit 731 did to people during World War II. I did a review on this one too. It was kind of short though because I captured it with the YouTube capture software and I decided I'm not going to do that anymore. But like I said, it's 4.5 hours. Uh, right now, the only limited edition versions that I can find are like $70, $80, $90. And it keeps going up and up and up. You can buy this movie, but this is the limited edition copy. And it's out of print. So I'm extremely happy to have this movie. Like, I have this movie in a protective case and everything. Like, it's the first time I've had it out in months. That's how crazy I am about this movie. Anyways, that's number 10 on my list. It's a shockumentary. It's hard to rank it against, like, horror movies and dramas and stuff, because the type of documentary it is. But for what it is and how extreme it is, me loving history and stuff like that, I love this movie. It took me like a month to finish it off because it's so long. The director is, it won't focus, but Andrei Iskanov. He's a Russian guy. He did Nails and I think Scram too. Nails is also extremely rare. Not sure on Scram. Anyways, number 9 is a drama by Jack Ketchum, and it's The Girl Next Door. Uh, this is probably the only extreme movie that actually made me almost shed a tear for that girl right there. What they do to her is pretty disturbing. I guess what made it more depressing is that it's inspired by actual events, and which is pretty crazy. But it's actually a really, really good movie. I had some people say it was too depressing and stuff like that, but I actually like depressing movies, and this is one of them. And this would be a movie that I would watch multiple times because it's actually a really good movie. That bitch right there is mean as hell too, and that's her son's, but she's mean as hell, crazier than hell, and mean too. So that is number 9. Number 8 is the third movie in the Vomit Gore trilogy, and that's Slow Torture Puke Tremor. I've did a review on this one too, so I'm not going to go in depth into it. And as I said in other ones, this was my favorite one out of the 3. Also the most extreme in my opinion. Most graphic, the most disturbing. The only movie so far that's actually almost made me puke. That's actually a movie. Like the MD Pope movie almost made me puke, but that's not a movie. It's a shot clip video, whatever you want to call that. But this is the only movie that almost made me puke. Not much I can say about it since I've already done a review on it, besides it's my favorite of the 3 so far. And that was number 8. Okay. Number 7 is a shockumentary about a serial killer cannibal, and it's called Long Pigs. I'm not sure who the director is. Uh, Directed by, written, produced, and directed by Chris Power and Nathan Hines. And I have no idea who they are. So yeah, the special effects are awesome though. Uh, Imagine like meeting a serial killer and him having to tell you about what he does and why he does it and stuff, and that's this movie. So, it's really interesting and pretty disturbing, and something I would watch multiple times. It won a bunch of awards, which is cool, like 6 of them, which is rare for horror movies. But like I said, that's number 7. Number 6 is a documentary. It's by Lucifer Valentine. It's Black Metal Veins. Uh, it's a documentary on heroin addiction and a little bit of black metal. I'll have a review of this upcoming too because I liked it so well. Uh, it's pretty disturbing, like I will admit. Imagine like Intervention, but like on acid, and that's this movie. Because Intervention, they're only allowed to show so much. This is like extreme Intervention. It's like you're sitting down in the living room with the people, and they're telling you their horror stories and stuff like that. So, something that's really interesting and pretty scary because it's a big part of the United States. Addiction is a major thing. Like I said, this is a really good movie. Documentary, I should say. And this is number 6. Number 5 is the most expensive movie that I have so far, but this don't count. But the real version of Snuffle Now 2 going for like $250 on eBay. So yeah. The director of this movie was, I'm not sure who it is, but he was forced to stop making it. That's why it's so rare. Like he only made like 100 of them. So I just had to have it. And this is my 5th favorite movie. It's in black and white. It's like August Underground, but I enjoyed it better. Not much I can say about it. It's a really good movie, and if you haven't seen it, you need to check it out. But I won't lie, it's pretty extreme. And there's reasons why the director got in trouble, and I'm not going to go in depth on YouTube, because I don't want to get bitched at. So yeah, that was my number 5. My number 4 is After Dark Horror Fest movie, and it's part of the new French wave Extremities. And that's Frontiers. I've really enjoyed this movie. Like, it's one of my favorite movies. I've watched it probably 3 times. It's like Hostel and Saw, but more violent and more extreme. It tells of the story of these criminals that are escaping the law in, I forget what city. And they escape to this hostel, and the hostel people turn out to be psychos. And then they take that woman and try to turn her into the family. And it's really good. Pretty extreme, and like I said, I enjoyed it. It's one of the better After Dark Horror Fest movies, in my opinion. And again, that was number 4. Number 3 is another new French wave of Extremities, and that's Martyrs. I love this one movie. Like, this is my number 3 favorite movie, obviously. But this movie is actually really, really fucking good. I was actually really, really surprised at how extreme it got. Like, I didn't expect it to go that far, and it really did. Something that I would watch multiple times easily. And if you haven't seen this, you need to. Like, you're missing out. Like, it's a really good fucking movie. Again, that's my number 3. Now, my number 2 and 1, I could not distinguish between the two, and I love them both. My number 2 is, well, number 2 and 1 is a Serbian film. And everybody knows that it knows extreme movies, knows this movie. And a lot of people say it's overhyped. I don't think it is. I think it's perfectly hyped. And for an extreme movie, this movie's so well written and great acting and had a really big budget. So, and it's tied. I couldn't distinguish these two, and it's tied with the Cannibal Holocaust. Yeah. Everybody knows about that movie, and everybody knows about that movie. But these are my 2 favorite extreme movies in my collection that I've seen so far. And if I had to pick between the two, this one's a better overall movie, but I like this one better. But that's why I tied them, because I really don't know between the two. Uh, like I said, these are my two favorite extreme movies. Oh, I appreciate y'all guys watching. If y'all have any recommendations or advice or one of the videos y'all want to see, just message me on either on here or JC Bailey Chris Cash on Facebook, and I'll do videos for you. So I appreciate y'all watching, and have a good day. Peace.